Welcome to the Visit Oceanside post show at the SAMBAZON World Junior Championships, hosted by Best Western. And again, a beautiful day here at the North Shore of San Diego, Oceanside, California. You know what? I'm Gabriel. This is the wonderful Rosie Hodge and my sobrino, Micho Salazar. Hey, look it. We had a roller coaster day today. We had, we were on hold this morning. We ended up having a half a day of competition, Rosie, but we packed a lot of action into just a half a day of competition.
We milked the day. I mean, today, maybe the most excellent scores we've seen of the whole competition. Just shows you the quality of surf. And yeah, it feels like we've lived like 9 lives through this day.
It's been a roller coaster, Mitchell, but we ended up on the upside. I mean, I think the performance by the men in this round of 16, each heat was just outstanding, and it worked its way into a crescendo. We're going to talk a little bit about that later.
Yeah, and fully on, I think it was the right decision to go today, too. We had 2 holds this morning, started off at 11:35, but I think the decision from both Jet Schilling and Levi Slawson to put some pressure on Brian Robbins and Darren Brillhart to go on was the right call. Excellent scores, as Rosie was mentioning. I think that day with the highest excellent scores, but most importantly, finishing the day that way with Joel Vaughan was even more impressive, Kaipo.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. First, we're going to look back in the morning. Heat number 2 of the round of 16. It was Sean Crawford who had a lot of momentum. He had the highest single wave score coming into this day at a 9.33 yesterday, but he was met up against a on-fire Heitor Mueller. But starting off here, Rosie, with Shion on his opening ride.
Yeah, you'd have to say Shion, coming off of yesterday's performance, was the favorite in this heat, but he went to a different piece of equipment. We watched him free surfing. He was looking on. He was looking sharp. Turns like that. He was in the running, Mitchell.
Yeah, and to be honest, it almost seemed like he was on another level yesterday. Switch sports today. Kaipo had a 7 right there and then backed it up real quick. Heitor was actually needing a couple of scores towards the tail end of this heat and made a huge comeback afterwards.
Yeah, it looked like it was all Shion Crawford, a 7.17 and a 6.03. So he had a strong start to this heat. But then Heitor Mueller was able to pick out the lineup and find a gem right here, Rosie.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. I mean, the guy's just so fast in transition. Just noticing, chatting to him after his post-heat, this is the first time he's surfing this piece of equipment, so fresh board under his feet, and definitely think it's one that he's going to go to in the future with surfing like that.
Mitchell, this is a 9-point ride. This really changed the complexion of this heat.
It did, and I thought it was the flow and the read of the wave, too. I mean, he put on an absolute clinic in finding those 2 waves, a 6.0, and then got the 9-point ride eventually, Kaipo. But as Rosie mentioned, riding a brand new board in your heat at a World Junior Championship, that is a move that I don't think a lot of coaches would be approving. Ended up working out, though.
Yeah, Heitor Mueller on to finals day. And speaking of finals day, we're gearing up for that. Look at those numbers. 9-point ride, 6-point backup, Rosie, 15 points. That's a solid 2-wave heat total.
Yeah, the Brazilians were on a heater today, and Shion did so well, too. I have to give props to that guy because he was one of the standouts for us, and I'm no doubt he's going to have a great 2024.
Yeah, he's so 18 years old, Shion Crawford. Bright future in front of him. But Heitor Mueller, you're thinking, wow, 15 points. That's nearly an excellent score, guys. But God, when we went through the rest of the day, Mitchell, those heat totals continue to grow and grow.
Yeah, and I thought Levi Slawson opened up the day with an 8.5 was really impressive, too. That was literally the first wave, 10 seconds into the heat, and opens up with an 8.5. But that's a guy that really wants to win an event right here at home in San Diego.
Talk about this. 20 points is a possible total for a perfect heat. 18.53 just went down with Joel Vaughan. Let's hear from Joel Vaughan. He's with Matt.
The highest heat total of the event, highest single wave scores, both of them. Joel, a record for you. This is your highest heat total in a professional event. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. I kind of started a little slow, and then I think I got an 8 on my first one, and it was just one turn, and then I fell off and came in and ran around, just reset and went back out there. And I had 15 minutes to go and got some good waves and had a bit of fun.
So there was about a 10-minute gap in between both your waves, and you had a little a lapse, I guess, of timing out there. There's been big lulls out there today. Were you worried about getting a backup score, or did you have another excellent wave in your foresight?
I don't know. I just thought that a wave was going to come, whether it be I think I only need a 4.9, whether it be that or another good wave, and I was just kind of kept my eyes out for anything with a bit of steepness, and yeah, a good one came through and ran all the way.
Well, a great decision to run today. Now, the question everyone wants to know, 4 minutes to go, you did a board change. What happened to the other board? Did you put it on ice, or is there anything broken?
Nah, there's nothing broken. That one was just feeling really good, so I thought I might try to jump on this board and see if I could get another good one and see how the judges would like the look of this board under my feet. So that's what I thought, and paddled back out there, and my toes were numb, so I couldn't even feel the board. So yeah, guess I'll jump back on the other board for tomorrow.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for the performance that you gave everyone at home. We're going to jump back into the post show right now.
Thank you.
There you go, Joel Vaughan. Still pretty steady. I mean, I'd be a lot more excited if I had an 18.53. But think about that, Rosie. Win your heat, and then, in the last 4 minutes, whatever, maybe test the new board out, see how it goes.
Oh, man, he just hasn't even broken a sweat. I feel like the guy hasn't even got out of second gear. How scary is that?
Yeah, and that's bids really, really good things as we look forward to finals day. Let's check it out, Mitchell. It's the Cup Noodle wave of the day. Guess which wave it was.
Well, I got to be thinking it's the 9.43 we just saw from Joel Vaughan, but he did have 2 9-point rides in this one, Kaipo. 9.43 on this one for Joel. The wrap into the lip right there. And how's this Larry layback right afterwards, too? Woof. And then pop goes the weasel right at the end. It was the Metallica for me. Pre-heat music playlist. Fully Metallica by Joel Vaughan. I think that's why he's so stoic when he comes out of the water, too. It's all inside his head, Kaipo.
Yeah, I mean, hey, great surfing, 9.43, 9.1. What's the future is another question. We got a couple more days until we can crown a champ. Let's take a look at Surfline and the forecast, Rosie. We only got 3 more days left in the waiting period, and we're going to enjoy some surfing right here with Joel Vaughan before we get to that surf forecast, because this 9.43, we can't get enough of it.
Another thing about this guy, he was getting rid of an 8-point ride in his scoreline. So the guy's throwing away excellent scores. Anyway, he's amazing.
And here we go. It's Surfline. And what we got going, we got a day and a half of competition remaining. Here's what's in the swell window, Mitchell.
Yeah, and we did have those super strong onshores early this morning. They did improve midway through, but I think tomorrow, Kaipo, is going to be very dependent on how strong the wind remains this afternoon. As you can see right there, some small swell mixing in throughout Saturday. But that fresh northwest will be building on Sunday, Rosie.
And that's the last day of our waiting period. So like you said, Kappa, we've got 2 more days of competition left. I mean, tomorrow is looking great with 3 to 4 faces. Saturday, 2 to 3. Sunday, 2 to 3. So, yeah, we got a couple sessions to pick out.
Yeah, it's likely tomorrow, according to the Surfline, and then it's really going to be, is it going to be Saturday, is it going to be Sunday for that finals day? Thank you to Surfline again, and remember, if you're not a premium member, you're missing out. Take a look at our men, and when we talk about finals day, the quarterfinals are set up. I'm going to go first to you, Mitchell. Give me a highlight heat.
Quarter four, Bunch, Vaughan. That one's really tough. I do want to point out, though, that I think Heitor Mueller has been very underrated and hasn't gotten a lot of praise. Had the 9.0 and a 15-point heat total. I think it's one to watch, too.
Rosie, anything stand out for you in the quarterfinals?
That's the one I wanted to talk about. Quarterfinal number 1, Levi Slawson and Heitor Mueller. I think they're going to do incredible things. You know what? I think Jet Schilling, he seemed like pretty upset with his performance today, which means tomorrow we're going to see him revved up tomorrow or, finals day, whenever that is. So, Jet's one to look out for.
I'm going to go with quarterfinal number 3 really quickly just because that's 2 Goofy Foots, and I'm a Goofy Foot fan, and I think there's a great personality change right there between the mellow Jarvis Earle and Leo Casal, who's on a mission.
Kaipo, we're finally doing it again. We got some Goofy Footers in the draw right here in the quarterfinals. I'm so happy.
That's good stuff. Well, all we got left is
your favorite time of the day.
Yeah, our top 5 moments. Let's check out the top 5 moments because we had some great moments today, and we want to reflect on those moments. Again, it started out this morning, Rosie, uncertain of if we were going to even run today, and then we ended up with these top 5 moments, and they were some great moments here at day number 3 of competition. We're going to start off with number 5, bro. Jackson Bunch.
Oh, Jackson, just so fun watching this kid surf. So great to see him on that little bit of lumber under his feet. That board was reaching into the step-up category. And good to see him just swinging that board around, looking at home in these open-face sections.
Yeah, 8.33 right here for Jackson Bunch. And the trip to the quarterfinals. Number 4, Mitchell, Ryan Kainalo.
Well, he caught that wave under priority, Kaipo. That was an 8.33 for the kid from Sao Paulo. Went up against a very informed Luke Thompson, and he caught this wave paddling back out. Thompson didn't even know where Ryan was. Next thing you know, he finds his excellent score, and then Thompson needing a 9-point ride afterwards. Strong performance by the surfer from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Coming in at number 3, Levi Slawson started off with an 8.5 today, Ro.
Debut wave of the day to grab the judges' attention on your first wave. First heat of the day, get your feet, 8.5. Thanks for coming, Levi Slawson, into the quarterfinals.
Solid finish there for Slawson. Looking at number 2, Heitor Mueller, looking quick right here with a 9-point ride, Mitchell.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Kaipo, this kid has gone under the radar, had a 9th place finish at the last Challenger Series event in Saquarema, and just perfect timing when it came to that 9-point ride there in really tricky conditions at Southside Oceanside Pier. I think for him, coming up against Levi Slawson, you just need to have your best performance to date, and you need to come out really with a big momentum shift in favor of Heitor Mueller.
And number 1, you guessed it, Joel Vaughan with a 9.1 for this air and a 9.43 for this wave, Rosie. Highest heat total of the event so far.
Yeah, he just put on an absolute clinic, and he's going to be the guy to beat going into finals day. This is going to be imprinted on everyone's brains as they move into quarterfinals and beyond on the competition. So you'd have to say he's got a bit of advantage, laying down such big scores and coming into quarters.
Yeah. I just, worry about him peaking too early. What do you think? Final thoughts, Mitch?
I think regardless if he wins the event or not, he's put everybody on notice that he's improved a lot. His competitive savvy has improved. And I think most importantly, in different conditions too, because we normally see him at point breaks. At a beach break like this now, Kaipo, going to be hard to stop him.
Rosie, your thoughts? Wrap it up.
Yeah, man, it's been just such a great day. I think we've seen some high-performance surfing, and we've still got 8 heats of the women's round of 16. I'm really looking forward to seeing the women hit the water potentially tomorrow.
Yeah, potentially tomorrow. Check in with WorldSurfLeague.com, 7:15 California time for a possible 7:35 start. Enjoy the end of day highlights, and aloha.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.